Good morning. Good morning. It's a Sunday morning, 9 a.m. Central Time, and we are live streaming now. It's as far as I've gotten this morning. Been a tough night of trying to sleep again. If you ever saw the show Mad Men, one of the lines in the show that I'll probably never forget is somebody says, "How do you sleep at night?" He's like, "On a pillow of money." I always thought that was good. I do not sleep on a pillow of money. I think that would be uncomfortable. Um, I think my pillow is made of bamboo. Um, but I mean, I was sleeping on the couch, sweating, and understand it's like 16 degrees outside right now. So I'm sweating on the couch. Can't sleep. Go upstairs. Try to sleep upstairs. Can't sleep. Come back downstairs. Wife comes downstairs and like 1 in the morning. It's like, what are you doing? Go back upstairs. Then she goes to sleep, and then I'm stuck wide awake. Finally fall asleep. And honestly, out until the alarm came up. So I am not. I don't feel like I'm going to be at my best today. Some of you might be thinking like, oh well, that's not really much of a change from any other day, which is hurtful. But hey, had a have a I don't know, strange situation going where now that there was a huge snowstorm, okay, and so no one wants to take pictures in the snowstorm. So let's say Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, no photographer for real estate is out there, and a lot of the listings they want to have open houses and stuff this weekend. They want to have showings this weekend. Typically, I should say they want to have showings on the weekends, and so now we've got this situation where the real estate business kind of stopped. There's very few houses that came to market that anybody'd have any interest in because it's just not the number that you would normally get. And even, with our situation of supply, there's not that much that comes to market anyway. And then it's like, this weekend was not the best real estate weekend. This week has not been the best real estate week for me. You'd like to believe that you could go and sneak in an offer somewhere and get a house under contract for your buyers because no one else was out there. But it's hard because, like I said, there was very little out there. Very little out there. So the business this weekend was not good. Do I expect a better week coming up? Yes. I have to change the oil in my car this week. You say, John, why are you changing the oil in your own car? Well, we have 3 cars in the family. And I just feel like the best way to know how your car's doing is to change its oil. I say this because when I was a younger fellow, I had a car and I would get it changed religiously at an oil change place. And then I was driving home one day and it said no oil. I mean, no oil in my car. So I'm driving down the highway and I've got no oil in my engine. And I'm like, well, this is odd because I get my oil changed. And either they didn't, like, there was some level of not caring, let's put it that way, because you would have known that there's no oil in my car when you change the oil. Like, that would have been fairly obvious. And for these people to not tell me that something's horribly wrong with my engine, that left me uncomfortable. Plus, I like cars. I like to look at the cars. It helps me kind of stay up to date on what's going on with the vehicles, so I do it. So Gotta change oil this week. It's like I said, it's like 16 a day, but it's supposed to be up in the 50s later in the week. Now it'll probably be wet and nasty out. Be a lot of snow melting. But that's where we're at. I did not win the lottery last night. In fact, I'm so angry about not winning the lottery, I'm just going to put my lottery ticket in the trash right now. I need to pay bills. I was supposed to pay bills on the 1st. It's now the 6th. It's not because I don't have the money. It's because I don't want to. Literally just don't want to. My stuff is all messed up today. So let's look into some notes. So this is the 69th consecutive live stream. 69th consecutive live stream. So as I tend to do, I will talk about it. You know, what have you learned since your first live stream? Not much. Not much. One thing I think I'm happy with is the Russian Cyrillic spam went away when I started saying subscriber only to chat. The downside of that is no one has subscribed to my channel since then. And that was in around like the 30th episode, I'm thinking. The 30th stream. So that's bad. The good things, I feel like I'm up to date on a lot, especially real estate wise. I feel like if you're out there as a buyer or a seller and you're looking for, you know, information on real estate, I feel like I've got that covered. Now, is there some frustration? Yes, because I'm seeing people that don't have the level of, let me see something. I have 260 videos currently on my channel. Now, some of those are listings videos and they're from years ago, and it's not a complaint. But I'm seeing people that have just jumped on the platform have more views than me. And their video in real estate, and they're not better than mine. So that's frustrating. I don't know how to say it. I mean, I've really enjoyed the live stream. I would enjoy it more if I had more chat. But it's 9 o'clock on a Sunday. And then you say, well, John, who else is going to watch your show at 9 a.m. on a Sunday? Well, let's go look. So I have to hit the button again. So this is just the front page of Google Live. We've got Chill Synth FM, 386 people watching that. Live from Front Street in Key West, Florida. There's 36 people watching that. And that's literally a stream that's just a camera mounted on top of a house. Lo-Fi Hip Hop Radio, 29,000 watching. We talked about this yesterday or the day before. There was like one person watching it the other day. Then we got live Mount Etna volcano on the island of Sicily, Italy. Now, I watched that stream. It's not very exciting. You would be much better off watching me. I mean, seriously. It's really not even, it's basically smoke. I mean, we're not even, they've got a picture of the thumbnail of lava, and it's just none. It's boring, and there's not good music, and there's no point. You should be watching, 70 of you in the digital space should be watching me instead. We've got Chess Grand Prix, that's 1,200 people watching. Hard to believe. Watching your videos live so you can get your subs up. That's Star Pixie, Road to 20K. 98 people watching that. Free live stream channel checking. Vishwet Day. That's 94 people watching that. Objection handling. Raul Neem official, 848 watching. I kind of wonder if I did a John Shink official channel, if that would get me those 1,000 subs that I need to be monetized. I put official after my name. Come on, baby, light my fire, which you think is The Doors, which we talked about yesterday. It's not. It's Berean Christian Church, Stone Mountain. 760 people watching that. No Rules Sunday stream. That's stream number 64 for them. I'm at stream number 69. They have 100 people watching. 100 people watching. I have one person. And I don't want you to think like, well, I am angry. Don't get confused. And then let's promote your channel. Have a blessed Sunday. 2nd is of February. The Sassy Siblings with Mom with hashtag. That's 20 people watching. It's just fascinating to see what people will watch other than me. You get what I'm saying? And you really don't want to talk about real estate this morning? You really don't want to listen to it? Your thoughts aren't on real estate on a Sunday morning? I mean, what? How could that be? And like, what's that? I mean, you could basically just lurk. You could lurk. You don't have to be a part of the chat. Not everyone can chat. Like if I'm watching me on my theater, in my theater room, I have no ability to chat. Like I just get the show, which is fine. Watch it with me, you know? Surely something will be enjoyable that will catch your attention. Okay, so I wanted to go over something, and as you know, it's hard for me to use my words, so I'm going to try. Do you have any friends on Facebook that use Marketplace? So I have 2 friends. I have 2 friends, not 2 friends total, but I have 2 friends that are in Marketplace that are the most annoying Marketplace users I've ever seen in my life. So they go and they try to sell things, and the stuff that they try to sell is crap. And because of the algorithm on Facebook, I get stuck seeing their crap. So here's one. One fellow is selling a mattress. Okay. He's been selling a mattress for like 6 months for $200. It's like no one wants your mattress. He's also selling drawer pulls. And the listing will expire and he'll just repost it. $15. Okay. Then this lady, she's selling some sort of white birch thing that you put on your door. I think that's $7. Like a pair of shoes, but not like dress, like men's shoes, like slippers. Okay. And like yesterday was a small dog leash. And it would be one thing if they sold their items. Okay. I have no problem with that. But if it doesn't sell, don't relist it for the same price. Don't make me have to watch this. Like one of my concerns, because I care about people, okay? And one of my concerns is for these people, like, did they sell their wares? Neither one of them is broke, by the way. They both have enough money that they can survive, okay? They don't need to be selling slippers, and they don't need to be selling drawer pulls. And so it's like, I'm getting so sick of the drawer pulls that I'm considering just buying them. I don't need the drawer pulls. I don't want them. But I also don't want to see them constantly listed for sale on Facebook Marketplace in my newsfeed. I don't need it. It's just annoying. And for a while, like I don't do Facebook perfectly well, but I've always been uncomfortable with some of the likes and whatnot. So when someone so so when someone lists something, okay, for sale, like I don't know if I'm supposed to like it, but for some of these people, I'm thinking about using the care button because it's like, look, no one wants to buy your stupid polls. Like it's been proven because you've had it on there on Marketplace for I don't know a year now, and then we get into just in general. I don't know if I've ever talked about this before. What do you do when someone dies on Facebook? Like, do you press like? Uh, eh. You put the heart? Eh. The care? It's very, very difficult. Um, I've seen so many social faux pas on Facebook. There was a time when I'll put it out there. One time I was looking at Facebook and there was a picture that came up, and a woman had posted a picture of her husband, um, which is fairly innocuous, right? I would think. So people started commenting, "Oh, that's a beautiful picture of you and your husband. Oh, how are you guys doing? Really great conversation stuff. You know, well, the fella had been dead for like a month, and I guess it was a tribute picture for him, like a picture in tribute. But it turned out to be kind of rough because then we're getting this, he's dead, you idiots, and it's like, uh, I knew, I knew, but I didn't press like, and I didn't press anything because I just pretended I didn't see it. It was tough. It was tough. So I had another. I actually. Do you intentionally follow train wrecks on Facebook? I have this woman that I went to school with, and she is a train wreck, and everything about her is a train wreck. And I don't know if she knows it. I don't know if there's like self awareness there, but everything about her is a train wreck, and it's gotten to the point now where I show my wife her posts because it's a level of it's just a circus. So one of the things she posted was, I love my husband, um, but things have to stop at some point. You know who you are, and that's what she put on her post. And then people are like, "Oh my god, are you okay? Is there anything I can do to help?" Like really sincere. Then she writes like a day later, "Y'all in my business. Get out of my business. You don't Why do you think it's okay to be in my business?" Well, you just so so I knew we had a winner there. Uh she she's just a mess. And she has kids, and it's like, I feel bad for the kids. And so yesterday it snowed here. It snowed, and she wrote that she didn't know how to shovel snow, but she was going to go out there and shovel snow because she's a strong woman. And you say, "Well, John, why didn't you drive out there to help her?" No, no, you know, say, "John, would you take her on as a client?" No, no, no. Um, wow, just, just wow. I don't know what have you. Sometimes things happen to people in their lives that you're not aware of. Okay, like the minute that things changed in your life. Okay, I don't know what that moment was for me. I really couldn't tell you. I'm clearly not the same person I was when I was younger. Um, but for her, she was always a little bit off. Okay, but it just got worse and worse and worse. And you say, well, John, um, you shouldn't mock someone that's got issues. I don't know that she has issues, and like, I don't think you're not supposed to diagnose people with illnesses like from afar. So I don't know. This in her world, this could be totally normal behavior, but it's a very odd personality where she plays the victim card constantly, and I don't exactly know, like, she plays the victim card and then calls out for help. Like, the other day was like, we need new stairs installed in our house, can you please help me? But then, like I said, even that snow shoveling one, that had to be a call for help. Just didn't pick up on it. You have to help me because I can't shovel snow. And I don't look. It's legitimate. You don't. My neighbors were shoveling snow the other day, and they're like in their 80s, and I don't want them out there shoveling snow. Got over there and shoveled the drive with the snowblower. I'm not going to shovel anything, but it's just weird, and I will tolerate that on Facebook. I will tolerate that. There's certain things in my Facebook feed that I don't tolerate. Um, Politics, either direction, I get a little bit. And then especially when somebody I know posts um, political hyperbole, um, will do. Well, I can only think the people that I ban. They had it coming. The problem is when you're me, they say, "Well, did you see my Facebook post?" And I'm like, "No." And they're like, "Why not?" I guess it was the algorithm. I guess that's what it was. You know, I just it's bizarre. We talked about Twitter yesterday, where you see what everybody liked, and that makes people seem crazy. Facebook's better that way, but I mean, we went over how Facebook can no longer mine your data as easily on on your iPhone, and has that led to a bad experience? No, I was never on Facebook, partly because I didn't really care about anybody. Like, I don't like. I want you to live your life. Like, I don't want to be involved in it. And then my wife was on Facebook, my at the time my girlfriend, and then I got on Facebook because she wanted to show me something. It just was easier for me to look at it on my phone. But she used it because she wanted to communicate with like relatives in the old country. Show pictures and stuff like that. A much different way to use Facebook than you or I would be thinking of, I would think. Because I told you the story. My aunt almost died. She was in the hospital for like months she had a heart attack, and like I didn't even I had no updates if she was okay or anything, and the family kept saying, "Well, it's on Facebook." It's like, well, I don't have Facebook. Just tell me how we doing. And even then, when I got it, there's been issues that happen, and I won't know about it for days or weeks later because of the algorithm. So I don't know. Let's go to an article, shall we? Now, I want to preface this. I hate the monarchy. I can't believe that people in the United States are stupid enough to care what the British royalty does. Okay. And that means all of them. And you say, well, why is that, John? Well, look back at how the monarchy, I don't know, moved forward over the centuries, and then get back to me on if these people should be worthy of your time. They're not. They're not. I'll solve that for you right away. Just a disgusting pit of human that can't stand. But somehow they managed to stay relevant in the news media. I believe because they're paid. I believe the news media pays them to be this ridiculous. So, can't stand the royalty, but I wanted to go over this story. There were 100,000 searches. I'm sorry, 200,000 searches. And that's the other thing. 200,000 searches on this. And I'm starting to wonder about the search count. Who searches for information with regards to the monarchy in the United States? Okay? And the way I'm starting to think that this is going is there'll be a story written about someone. So like this, in this case, it's the queen or whatever. And then what happens is somebody will write a story, and then somebody else will write a story. And then like all these people write the story, which generates the buzz for search. That is not like organic in the sense like people see something and they're like, oh, let me search for it. This is more like there's so much written about it that you see it and you click on it, or you want to know more. Because that would make sense. Because you know how we talk about the movies? Whenever there's a movie that comes out, there's all this buzz generated. Well, how are they doing that? Because people are writing articles about it, and that's creating the search. I think this is new to me. This is a new concept I'm putting out there. Sports a little bit different, and here's here's why I find it odd. If I follow a team, okay, I normally follow like the hometown reporters. So like the Cardinals, I would have followed like somebody that wrote for the Cardinals, like was a beat writer. So that would be my update. I wouldn't search Google for that guy because I already know where to find him. So that's why I've never understood sports. Like, who's looking up the score of the Super Bowl? Like, well, that may be the bad example because that would be everybody. But like on a week to week basis, who's looking like for if you're a Tennessee Titans fan, okay, you know who's writing about them. So I don't know. Anyway, let's get into it. Here we go. Here's what we learned today. Camilla will be queen. Elizabeth II uses Platinum Jubilee message to elevate Charles's second wife. Now, it took two people to write this story. Max Foster and Lauren Said Morehouse. We need two people to write a story about Camilla being queen. Britain's Queen Elizabeth has used the historic milestone of her Platinum Jubilee. I don't know what that means. Let's look it up. I'm sorry. Oh, holiday weekend, Platinum Pudding, Pageant of Flags, Palace reveals how Queen's 70th year on the throne will be celebrated. That's Max Foster. When did this come out? February 4th? It's her Platinum Jubilee, marking 70 years since the Queen first took the throne in 1952, and making her both the longest reigning British monarch and the longest serving female head of state in history. I don't understand the Platinum Jubilee part, but 70 years since the Queen first took the throne in 1952. Not really like what does, no offense, but what does she exactly do? Like if the Queen said she's not going to meet Joe Biden, would I care? Who's the Queen to say she's not going to meet Joe Biden? I'm just saying, it's very odd. And then the longest serving female head of state in history. Like, she's getting awards because she continues to live. It says the holiday itself will include a variety of public events and community activities, as well as national moments of reflection on the Queen's 70 years of service. To whom? The upcoming celebrations will be the Queen's first Jubilee without her husband, Prince Philip, who died in 2021. I'm not happy her husband passed. The monarch's private estates, including Sandringham House and Balmoral Castle, will also join in the Jubilee-themed events. One of the initiatives due to take place as part of the celebration is known as the Platinum Pudding Celebration. I mean, I can get behind a good pudding. A nationwide baking competition seeking out a new dessert dedicated to the Queen. UK residents aged 8 and over will be invited to create a recipe, and the finalists will be judged by a panel including famed baker Mary Berry, don't know who she is, Monica Galletti, don't know who she is, and the Buckingham Palace head chef Mark Flanagan. Well, I bet those guys are excited about that, to try new pudding recipes. The winning recipe will then be made available to the public ahead of the Jubilee weekend. Wow. I'm excited. Wow. Think about that. This woman, they're having a celebration, and you get a recipe for pudding. Other events planned to mark the occasion include the BBC Platinum Party at the Palace, a live concert which promises to bring together some of the world's biggest entertainment stars to celebrate significant moments from the Queen's reign. I'd like to know significant moments from the Queen's reign. What has she done of any significance? Like, I mean, did she visit kids in the hospital? That's cool, right? But I mean, like, did she achieve world peace? I've seen it. I'm not going to get into it, but on Thursday, more than 1,500 towns, villages, and cities throughout the UK and its overseas territories will light a beacon to mark the Jubilee. The capitals of Commonwealth countries will also light beacons, even as sentiment towards the British Commonwealth now differs throughout different nations. I'm pretty sure pretty much everybody just wants nothing to do with the monarchy, but we keep getting it thrown in our face. The Jubilee weekend celebration will also see big Jubilee lunches take place across Britain, including flagship events in London and Cornwall's Eden Project, where the idea for the lunches originated. So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, like, hey, like, let's see if it goes something like this. Hey, mate. Yeah. Hey, the Queen has been on the throne for 70 years. Oh. What should we do? Well, I was thinking, let's have a nice lunch. Ooh. What about pudding? Ooh. Well, let's not just go and get like the Jell-O pudding, right, from the store. Let's have people make their own puddings, and we'll have a pudding contest. Oh, okay. Seriously, we've got sandwiches, we've got pudding. You know, that the live concert, which promises to bring people together, some of the world's biggest entertainment stars to celebrate significant moments from the Queen's reign. That is going to be difficult. Like, what are they going to do? Are they just going to have a moment of silence? A Platinum Jubilee pageant will also be held in which artistic performers, dancers, musicians, military personnel, key workers, and volunteers will unite to tell the story of Queen Elizabeth II's reign in a festival of creativity. It will take place in London and include street arts, theater, music, circus, costumes. Oh, they're having costumes. And visual technology. Okay, so they're having a pudding fest. Pudding Palooza, if you will. It's kind of like the Coachella Festival, except with pudding. All right, let's get back to this because now it happened. The Pudding Festival has come and gone, and it says Elizabeth II uses Platinum Jubilee message to elevate Charles' second wife. Well, that's nice. Okay. So we got to Platinum Jubilee. She used this time, I guess there was a song, maybe there was a dance performance about it, to redefine the future of the monarchy, calling for the Duchess of Cornwall to be known as Queen Camilla when Charles becomes king. Well, it's like you're going to be dead. So what is it your problem? When Charles married Camilla in 2005, the couple announced she intended to be known as Princess Consort. Despite having a right to the title of queen, it was seen as a recognition of the sensitivities around a title that was destined for Charles' first wife, Diana. It's the same reason Camilla doesn't use the title of Princess of Wales. Well, I can understand that. I can understand that. That makes sense. But I don't know I just feel like it's a little dated. The Queen would be expected to consult her direct heirs, Charles and William, before making such a significant announcement about titles, which suggests they both agreed and felt the British public is ready to accept Camilla as queen. The 95-year-old monarch laid out her vision for institution's transition in an extraordinary message released as she reached the 70th anniversary of her ascension to the throne. I'd like to express my thanks to you all for your support. I remain eternally grateful for and humbled by the loyalty and affection you continue to give me. And when in the fullness of my time, my son Charles becomes king, I know you will give him and his wife Camilla the same support you have given me, and it is my sincere wish that when that time comes, Camilla will be known as Queen Consort as she continues her own loyal service. It's a hugely significant intervention from the monarch, who is the only person who can define royal titles. Like, I'm sure there was a song about that. Camilla became something of a public pariah following the breakdown of Charles and Diana's union in the mid-90s. Diana had blamed Camilla for ruining her marriage, saying in a 1995 television interview, "There were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded." A year earlier, Charles had also appeared on television and confessed his infidelity, but maintained he had only been unfaithful once his marriage had crumbled. Public sentiment for the Princess of Wales was only further cemented when she was killed in a Paris car crash in 1997. Now, if you were not alive during that time, that was bonkers. In the intervening years, Camilla retreated to the shadows, supporting Charles quietly from a distance. But as time has gone by, sentiment toward the Duchess of Cornwall has softened. And while the Queen moves to future-proof the monarchy, reflects Camilla is no longer viewed as the royal mistress, but a central figure in the firm. So now we've got a mob situation going here? A mob boss? One of the 5 families? What in the world? On Saturday, Prince Charles and Camilla announced they were touched and honored by Her Majesty's words, according to a spokesperson. So we don't know if they actually said that. The spokesperson probably just wrote that because it sounded good. Okay. Oh, I thought we were going to learn what Elizabeth did. It said Elizabeth ascended to the throne in 1952 following the death of her father at the age of 56. So sad that the man passed away. Throughout her reign, Elizabeth has often used landmark moments to reaffirm her devotion to her duties and did so once more in her message on Saturday, despite the fact she's nearing her 96th birthday. So she was happy. You know, people were making pudding and dancing. Not much dancing because we don't know what she's done. But she was like, hey, you know what? I think I'll make this announcement. As we mark this anniversary, it gives me pleasure to renew to you the pledge I gave in 1947 that my life will always be devoted to your service. The Queen also expressed a sense of hope and optimism from the year ahead before conveying her gratitude to her family for their support in paying tribute to her late husband, the Duke of Edinburgh. I really do like the titles. Now that I know that only the monarchy can make titles up, I'm kind of excited about it. Traditionally, the Queen marks her Ascension Day at her countryside retreat of Sandringham in Norfolk, about 100 miles north of London. It's a chance for her to reflect upon the death of her father away from the glare of the public. In keeping with previous years, no public engagements are expected on Sunday. The nation will have a chance to honor the monarch's historic reign in a series of Jubilee-themed festivities set to take place throughout the year, culminating in a blockbuster 4-day public holiday in June. It just keeps going. Wow. Wow. Yeah. However, the Queen did host a special reception earlier Saturday for some Sandringham community members on the eve of her Platinum Jubilee. She welcomed pensioners and representatives from several local charities to the Sandringham House ballroom to celebrate her historic milestone with cake. I think we'll have some cake. Oh, good. We got a recipe. One of those in attendance was former cookery student Angela Wood, who helped develop a recipe intrinsically linked to the start of her reign. Coronation chicken, a dish of cold chicken in a curry cream sauce served with a side salad. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Let me check the chat. Nobody there. Nobody there. But that's okay. It's okay. Wow. Wow. Coronation chicken, eh? Let's look at some houses. Let's get to the real estate business. Okay. Have you ever been to Bakersfield? Never been to Bakersfield. Buck Owens is my Bakersfield reference. Streets of Bakersfield, the song. Really kind of, it kind of makes me want to dance. Let's look. I don't know anything about Bakersfield. I don't know if it's north. I don't know if it's south. It's in California. 3.5 million. Let's see. Miramar International Truxton, Open Door Real Estate, and Watson Realty. Open Door Real Estate, if it's the one I'm thinking of, no. It's got a space. Interesting. So let's look here. So $3.5 million. 4 bedrooms, 5 baths, 10,000 square feet on a 1 acre lot. I would be okay with that, but I would really like to see a picture of the front of of the front first. I mean, I'm already here. 239 days on Realtor.com. 10-car garage like that. Property history listed in 2021. So I mean, not terrible. And the property details. Bakersfield Elite Mansion has over 18,000 square feet under roof. Well, if that were true, why did we only put 10,000? Where did the other 8,000 go? I see what they did, though. By far the nicest home in Bakersfield, featuring turf, custom stamped concrete, main house, large master bed and bathroom, heated travertine floor, shower, 17 water features, 2 junior suites. They spelled it wrong, which really is irritating because, it's an expensive home. You'd think you would check the spelling. Climate-controlled wine room with 350 bottle capacity, 75 feet of accordion glass walls and doors, wolf stove, oven, warming drawer, microwave, sub-zero fridge, freezer, and so much more. Entertainment room, bar, 2 Napa wine dispensers, Perlick refrigerators. See, I don't even know those were highfalutin until now. Double taps, ice machine, and wine barrel ceiling. Enclosed barbecue area, American range, alfresco barbecue searing station, kegerator, 3 hoods, warming drawer, and countertop blender. Gym, pro sun tanning and steam showers, backyard, very private atmosphere, putting green, outdoor shower, and pillow windows. Pool, 10-seat dining, 15 water features. Owned solar, 102 panels. Shop, guest house, industrial door. Plumbed for air compressor. Half bath, clean out, and 600 amp commercial panel. Must see. I don't know. That was not the description that I need on a $3.5 million home. And right now, this picture is not what I need. Now, I'm not complaining. They may have their reasons, but I need, like, there. That's the picture I needed. And I needed it from right about there, and I needed it to go that way. What's interesting here is, like, this is the drive. Go. There's the pool. I mean, that's a nice kitchen. There's your wine cellar. Beautiful living room. Whatever that is, if that's the fireplace, it looks kind of small. But it's not. It's an outdoor space because there's your grill and everything they were talking about. Like, these windows open, which is cool. I mean, when you get older, like, you realize, like, wouldn't it be nice to have time to enjoy all this stuff? But we're all busy working, most of us. Oh my, look at that ceiling. It's fascinating. You know, the room isn't square. I'm just so used to, you know, look at all these angles and stuff. Interesting shower. Look at that thing. I mean, there's water coming at you everywhere. And there's your office. Your workout room. Your garage. Now they've got a trailer over there. Is that a bus? An RV? I'm playing dominoes. Oh, see, in the water you got those things. It's really nice. Nice things about this house. We've stayed on it for the whole time. That's good. Okay. That's 3.5 million. Now I'm a little intrigued because this is 3.2 million. Now you see this beautiful house on a 1 acre lot. This has 13 acres. So you've got to be buying this for the land, I'm thinking. Because there's like look, there's like a dead pool there. Built in 2005. Fantastic property, so much to develop, great corner location, maybe a rezone is in its future. House is 1,486 square feet. And I'm not trying to be mean, but it sold for $340,000 in 2018, and now it's worth 3.2 million. It's like hard to believe. And it's like a triangle in farmland. I'm guessing these are animals. I mean, it doesn't look, it's like on a corner. It's a commercial lot on a corner that's got a weird triangle to it. in the middle of farmland. I'm guessing the path of development is headed that way. But for what we've seen, single family homes, 3.2 million. 2.9 million. 40 pictures. A contemporary home. 50 days on the market. 4-car garage, built in 2011. I like the property details. I like the pictures so far. It says custom architectural, digest worthy, unique contemporary luxury estate with no expense spared. You never want to have that really expensive home where they spared a lot of expense. 22-foot high ceilings, tons of windows, every imaginable high-end feature. European kitchen with 3 ovens, Sub-Zero wine fridge, fully integrated Crescent home automation system, Lutron window shades, 6 fireplaces, sound system throughout, 2nd-story glass bridge. Hopefully we get to see that. Upstairs kitchenette, isn't her ensuite, Asher gray marble baths. I don't know what that means, if that's the color or the brand or what, with fireplace, which I don't understand. Jacuzzi, bathtubs, his and her walk-in closets, real wood veneer closets, and cabinetry throughout. Owned solar. Just listed. I mean, listed in 2021, right around December. So this is a contemporary styled home. As you know, not one of my favorite thoughts. If you said, John, would you ever buy a contemporary home? No, but I understand. I understand the allure. I feel like I could definitely help someone if they wanted to buy it. Now, your neighbor's right there. That's not great. But I mean, this is a look. And and no matter what, a high ceiling is, I just feel like it's decadent because you've got this idea that you don't care about energy and that you're happy to have to cool and heat areas that no one's going to be in. I don't like this kitchen. I'm sorry. It's just not for me. I mean, I get it, okay. Oh, here's a blank room. Oh, another one. I don't feel like comfortable here, basically, is what I'm saying to you. I don't feel like this is someplace where I would ever relax. Like, oh, there's the glass bridge. I like the glass bridge. It's easier to look down on others this way with the like not understanding. Why do I have a lounge chair in my shower? That's not like in my shower, it's next to it. Like, what's that about? It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Like, hey, I'm going to take a shower, let me lounge around a bit. I mean, that's nice. I'm trying to grow these types of trees in our house, but the dog keeps peeing on the bushes and it's killing them. So it's not looking real positive. A very interesting structure here. Nice pool. No complaints other than, like, it just seems like this house doesn't fit the neighborhood very well. And by that I mean at all. You know, you got these little houses here, then you've got this thing. Monstrosity. Let me check the chat. Okay, good. I was worried. Okay. Let's get to an article. I think we can do 2 articles, maybe 1. Let's see what we can do here. December 2021 showing index. So this is from Showing Time. They do all this. They're owned by Zillow. They do all of these showings in the United States, as far as I know, because they bought centralized showing solutions. But we'll see. It says home buyer demand again jumped nationwide in December, rounding out a historic year. Okay, so this is the home showing index. This is like, these are people that wanted to see homes, and it grew everywhere. Midwest I'm in the Midwest. What do they call this? The South? Okay. We're in the SEC in football, so it's like latest data from ShowingTime, the residential real estate's leading showing management and market stats technology provider, shows a record-breaking 2021 ended with 11.5 jump in home showing traffic. That year-over-year growth maintains the trend that the ShowingTime Showing Index highlighted in markets across the U.S. last year. Ending much as it began in 2021, it was noticeable for the profound seller's market that persisted throughout much of the country as buyers competed for a limited number of homes for sale. Inventory issues abated in some markets toward the end of the year, while the ratio of showings per listing remained high in the busiest markets. A recent report by the National Association of Realtors suggested that bidding wars over scarce inventory resulted in a faster moving market, reflecting the showing index's high volume of showings the first week listings are active. That's true. It says 2021 was a banner year for residential real estate as buyer demand was up nationally for most of the year, pushing the ratio of showings per listing to historic highs. To support our customers, we enhanced our existing offerings and added multiple timely new features to accommodate their brisk business. Our offer management service frees up time for busy agents during the offer process, and we developed a waitlist feature integrated within all of our showing management services to help buyers remain competitive when inventory is low. I don't use the waitlist feature ever. And as far as offer management service, I don't need it. I don't need it. Like, you're giving me technology I don't need. And I would never need it. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying. The showing time index is compiled using data from more than 6 million property showings scheduled across the country each month on listings. Using showing time products and services, it tracks the average number of appointments received on active listings during the month. So how does this work in practice? So whenever I want to schedule a showing, I have a little button. And I press the button, and it gives me the showing details. And then I press another button, and that gets me to the window. I request a showing, and then I find out later if I get it or not. You can set it up all different kinds of ways. But this data to me would be pretty accurate as long as they filtered out, like maybe 2 weeks ago where I had to cancel a showing and reschedule it. They need to be accounting for that, because let's just say I have a house listed for sale and there's 20 showings scheduled. Of those, maybe 15 will actually show up at the house. The other 5 just set appointments, and something came up and they either canceled the appointment or just didn't go. So what I'm saying is there might be some noise in the data. But I wanted to contrast this article, excuse me, with another article. So we have home buyer demand jumped nationwide. So what we have is many, many more people are out looking at homes actively. And then from the National Association of Realtors, goodness, that came out of nowhere. From the National Association of Realtors, we have pending home sales fall 3.8% in December 2021. And what I wanted to find out the data here with you, I haven't read the article ahead of time. Is it seasonal? Is it seasonal? There's a weird thing that happens in December. People want to get their house sold before the end of the year. Or they're thinking about listing their home in the new year. It's a strange market, but many sellers don't want to have their homes available to be shown during the Christmas holiday. In fact, from November 27th, from Thanksgiving to Christmas is oftentimes a very slow time because sellers traditionally have not listed their home at that time. And so what I'm trying to find out is while we had many, many more showings, why would we have less sales? And the only thing I can think of is more people went to fewer available listings. This isn't like, let's just see what they say. So it says the National Association of Realtors released a summary of pending home sales data showing that December's pending home sales pace declined 3.8% from previous month and fell 6.9% from a year ago. So they're saying that even when you look at year over year, it's down. Pending sales represent homes that have a signed contract to purchase on them but have yet to close. They tend to lead the existing home sales data by 1 to 2 months. I don't know. We're not getting existing home sales data, so it doesn't really help us. All 4 of the regions showed declines from a year ago. The West had the largest dip of 16.2%, followed by the Northeast with a drop of contract signings of 10.5%. The South fell 3.9%, followed the Midwest with the smallest decline of 0.6%. Do I think we have more? It's very tough for me to know. Like what I'm trying to explain, it's hard for me to prove. The U.S. pending home sales index level for the month was 117. So it's just like some number. I don't know what the high would be, basically. It says December's contract signings bring the pending index above the 100 level mark for the 19th consecutive month. The 100 level is based on a 2001 benchmark, is consistent with existing home sales above the 5 million mark. So this doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I'm not criticizing. Why did we have this dip here? Like, this is the U.S. I mean, it's hard for me to understand how this was helpful when related to the Zillow article. Does that make sense? If there were more people looking at houses, okay, shouldn't there be more sales? Well, no, not if there weren't as many houses to buy. That's what I'm going with. Well, we learned a lot today. Anytime you can have a live stream and talk about pudding recipes for the queen or chicken recipes, I think that's a winner. I mean, I think it'll always be a winner. Pudding's been around for centuries, and for them to come up with a new recipe now in 2022, I mean, that is something to behold. And I think we should all take a moment to be thankful for the monarchy, because they are on the cutting edge of pudding technology. Okay, with that, I'm going to head out. Thank you for watching. I'll be on tomorrow at 9. I don't see any reason why I wouldn't be, and I will look to see